The topic of illegal immigrants and immigration reforms in the United States continues to be a controversial topic, with little or nothing being done to put it to rest. President Obama has spoken a number of times on the need to reform immigration rules, but to date, nothing has been put on the table.
And we should stop punishing innocent young people for the actions of their parents. We should stop denying them the chance to earn an education or serve in the military. And that's why we need to pass the DREAM Act. They wish I could just bypass Congress and change the law myself. But that's not how democracy works. What we really need to do is to keep up the fight to pass genuine, comprehensive reform.
This afternoon, New Jersey's Senator Robert Menendez has introduced what he calls Comprehensive Immigration Reforms Act of 2011. The bill seeks to fix a system that has been broken for far too long. The legislation proposes a balance of solutions, such as enhanced enforcement measures and a mandatory e-verifying.
I think we will get very strong support. But the reality is, if you had fruit for breakfast this morning, it was picked by the bent back of an immigrant worker. If you had chicken for dinner last night, it was probably depulucked by the cut-up hands of an immigrant worker. If you slept at a hotel in Chicago or in Vermont or in New Jersey, it was probably cleaned on the bent knee of an immigrant worker. And if you have a loved one who's infirmed, they're probably being taken care of by the steady hand and warm heart of an immigrant worker. So even in this economy, there are whole sectors of our economy in which, and in the ag field, of course, you know, if I hear from New Jersey farmers, and yes, we have farmers in New Jersey, we're called the Garden State, and not like Vermont, but nonetheless. The bottom line is that they are paying significant amounts of money and cannot get people to pull crop in the field. So even in this economy, there are whole sectors of our economy that immigrants are doing the work that are propping up the higher paying jobs, the manager of the hotel, the chef at the restaurant, the waiters who are making significant amounts of money. So if I don't want to depress this economy any further, I'd do this. And if I don't want to depress wages for the larger labor force, but don't permit an underclass that can be exploited, that ultimately oppresses wages for other workers similarly situated. And I could go on and on as to all the reasons why this should be compelling. So if we have the opportunity, we will give people the opportunity to come forward. If they fail to achieve taking advantage of the opportunity, then they will be subject to deportation.
The bill is seconded by Democrats Harry Reid, Patrick Leahy, Richard Dublin, Charles Schumer, Christine Gillibrand, and John Kerry.
Nobody can stand there and say that action is not overdue. It's way overdue. And this legislation is a good starting point for that debate.
Go to any restaurant in Chicago, Illinois, and take a look at who just picked up the plates at the table. And when the door to the kitchen swings open, take a look at who's washing the dishes and cooking the food, and who unloaded the food on the dock, and the people who are cleaning your rooms at the hotels, and the folks who are watching your mother and grandmother at the nursing home. And you are going to see the face of immigration, and many times the face of undocumented people, working hard every single day, only asking for a chance to rid themselves the fear that a knock on the door will mean that their family will be broken up.
The Menendez bill gives the Congress a chance to prove that it's willing to put good policy over political expediency, engage in a serious and constructive debate over immigration reforms, and focus on realistic solutions rather than passing this year's political band-aid. Aaron Ocheng, Mark TV News.